Good evening, class. In the last few minutes and hours, we looked at the acquisition where the parent company has say 60% and increases his shareholding or her shareholding from maybe 60 to 65 or to 70. But then we'll look at another scenario where the parent company is disposing of part of his or her equity interest. That's what we'll be looking at. The first scenario that we looked at, there were three things that were actually getting affected. The NCI was being debited because as you increase your control, you reduce on the non-controlling interest. Then there was also a balancing figure that was coming in under other components of equity. But this time around, it's going to change. We are going to credit the NCI because we are disposing, meaning that the NCI will increase. Then we'll also credit the other components of equity and debit bank. So let's look at the question quickly. This is question 3. States Mutita owned 90% of the equity shares of Miles before it then sold 20% of the subsidiary on the 1st December 2019. The net assets at the date of disposal of the shares was 350 million, and the goodwill on acquisition of the original 90% holding was 50 million. Prepare the journal entry to record the change in ownership from a 90% holding to a 70% holding. Okay. So let's go to Excel. So I'll call this E3. Mhm. Tinta owned, okay, the net assets. What was the net assets before disposal? 350. Goodwill, 50. Meaning the total value, enterprise value, is 400. Mhm. So 20%. So what's the 20% of 400? This is what was disposed of. Let's do this. Sorry. Times 0.2. So NCI increased by 80 million. Kwaja. So have these journals, NCI, or credit NCI, 80 million. Then we'll have other components of equity to be credited. We don't know how much that is, but we have bank, which is basically cash. Since we are disposing, or since the parent company is disposing, it's actually going to receive the cash. So bank will be debited at a 90 million, meaning the difference will go to other components of equity, which is 10. Okay, thank you so much for listening attentively. See you when we go to the last session of this topic. Thank you so much and bye-bye.